What's going on? It's saying 1, 2, 3. It hadn't been recording. Huh. That's weird. I pushed record. I've been talking. Not very long. Okay, well, it's whatever. Let me start over. My name's Ned Williamson, and I'm running End Times, okay? I see a problem, He sees a problem. A lot of y'all, almost all of y'all, aren't doing this Joyce Myers things, and he's going to sift you. Or you're just listening to it. He said all I had to do was listen to it and I'd be done. No, you got to. He'll get to that point. We're going to address it. He's kind of upset with you, all right? I don't know why y'all are jerking around with this, okay? We're in the end times. That means the rules of yesterday no longer apply. There is no mercy. Let's just cut to the chase. There is no mercy during the end time season, okay? You get none. Grace too. Grace is gone. Okay? Get that straight. Men who like to use that grace comment, that's crap. Okay? I ran into a pastor, it wasn't too long ago, and I unfriended him on Facebook. His ex-wife, she's doing great. She's the preacher of the gospel. She's on my feed. Oh yeah, they were together. They were married and all the things. She swears she wasn't that great either. But he was friends with me for a while on Facebook only. And he believed that as long as you could pretty much do whatever you wanted because you had grace. If you were having trouble with your sin and you kept jerking off or you kept doing porn all the time and we're in end times. Y'all need to knock that off, okay? You're not getting any mercy, dudes. You're just not. And if you're a woman out there being a whore, guess what? You're going to get sifted. You need to stop. That's why I'm here. To put the fear of God in you, because we're in end times now. It's all different. Okay? You're going to find out when he starts talking to you, okay? Yeah. You know who we're dealing with here? Old Testament God. Old Testament rules, okay? There is no mercy. Oh yes, it's very legalistic too. That's why I'm here. To warn you. To keep you from going to hell. And a lot of pastors are going. I was shocked. He knows something I don't, okay? We'll get to it. Don't do that stuff at the grocery store. Don't let your kids put that stuff down. You go the extra mile and you put everything back where it was found. And don't depend on your kids to do it. Y'all go do it as a family. Okay? Because you know what they're going to do. As soon as you're out there, they're just going to shove it somewhere. You're responsible for your kids' salvation. We're in end times. There is no mercy, okay? They're doing this on your parenting skills, okay? Yeah, don't get sifted over stupid stuff. All right, here we go. Another one. Yeah, he says go above and beyond corrections, okay? You're being sandpapered. That's what that is about. When you don't want to do it, you best do it because you want to be sandpapered. You wanted to sandpaper that flesh. Remember, we're not supposed to have flesh anymore before he can get us, okay? You better get on it. He's very upset, to say the least. Okay, our loved ones, in purgatory, they probably had addictions too. They probably did, maybe not all. Or they just never knew the Father's way. So we say, all in purgatory come out. We are going to heaven. As long as they weren't a rapist, a pedo, or a murderer, or anything evil. When I say murderer, I don't mean a war hero or you had to serve the war and you had to kill. You had to. That was your job, okay? You're in war, okay? If you're an evil person and you're just murdering people, those are the ones that go to hell, okay? Not a soldier. Never a soldier, baby. Okay? Never, never, never. Now, if you were in another country and you had sex with a teenager, yeah, you got sifted, honey. Yes, you did, honey. Whether she said it was okay or not, you got sifted, okay? We're in end times, people. Keep up. God. You know what? Y'all just need to lock the dick down, okay? It ain't worth you going to hell. All right, let's say, okay, so I said that. Yeah, I already took care of it. I said Susie's in purgatory. That's the lady that tried to destroy me and Clayton. The one I was doing all the filing for. You know, for nothing. Yeah, gave her my car because I'm sewing. I'm always sewing. That's why I'm here, okay? You know, I don't need these things looking at me now. I caught on, okay? I go above and beyond all the time, every day. Okay, here we go. Another one. He's telling you, okay? Don't look for stuff to worry about. I already know somebody. Miss Amber's like that. And I love her, but stop it. Don't look for stuff to worry about. Real Christians are lions, okay? We don't worry about jack, okay? We cast our cares, okay? That's what a real lion does, because you know who you belong to. The King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Don't forget it, okay? And check the time. Here we go. Well, he's re-saying this about me. Hold on. He says, when you find out that I'm gone, that means you've been sifted, okay? You'll have to get busy. He's cranking it up. Wherever there is war, I will be using your prayers to rapture Christians wherever it is needed. Keep them coming. Okay, now whatever the situation is, from this day forward, if you've done this and you're doing everything she said, anyways, I'll get to it later. He's ripping y'all a new one down the road. But anyways, yeah, you will be raptured, okay? That's why it's important. You need to hurry up and get it, because we never know what's going to crop up, okay? All right. Oh, and that was another thing. You know why I'm the last Christian to go? Because nobody's going to be left behind to help me go up. That just came to me the other day. That's why he's coming for me, because I'm the last one. There's nobody down here doing psalms to help him rapture me. No. At the end, I guess he's just going to come get me. I don't know. I just made the connection. Maybe that's why. I could be wrong. But that's what I figured. Nobody's going to be here. I'm going to be the last one. And here we're all speaking psalms for everybody else. Okay, here we go. South pastors. I'm sorry, guys. I really hate to be your messenger, okay? But it is what it is. Okay, like I said, we have the Old Testament God, so it's not looking too good for you. Remember Aaron? Yeah, not too good. He was a knucklehead. Yeah. And he's in hell. Yeah. Yeah. Okay? Pastors. Remember my story about the pastor that was in the dark? He got sifted. I'm supposed to deliver the message. If you ever did this, just know you've been sifted already. And you know what else he wants me to do? And I got to make sure of it too. He wants me to call that church out, call that pastor out, and destroy that church. He doesn't want anybody going to that church. Yeah, because of him. That's right. He's sifted, and now the church is tainted. Yeah, he wants that. He wants it shut down. He wants me to expose this thing. Okay, I don't know why, but that's what he said. I'm just remembering that. I might have wrote it down somewhere else, but I'm remembering. Yeah, I was trying to look, see if I could. I'm gonna have to drive down there, go into the office again, and if I see them, he'll tell me. I'll get names. I will. I'll get the name of the church too. Okay, let's see. Old Testament God, okay? Old Testament. Okay. And you know what? Preachers that said Old Testament is, guess what? They got sifted because they misled their flock. They sure did. If they said stuff like that, I want to say something else. Yeah, they're sifted. Or they're already in hell. One or the other. Because pastors are held to a higher standard. I don't know why they grabbed that mantle. You know? And now a lot of them are going to be killed. He's going to kill them. Okay, here's where he's getting upset. It's all uppercase. He says people are skimming Joyce. They're just letting it wash over them. It's not going to work. Okay? It ain't going to muster either. You better shape up. If you're not doing it, your soul will not be a bright fireball. You have to walk in it in your life now. We're in end times. It's different. It just is. Oh yeah. End times means We're at the end of time. So quit making big plans, big futures. Stop. We're getting out of here. Stop making big plans if you're a real Christian, because we're getting out. Don't make 20-year plans. You can't. Even 10. You see how they're amping up on us, you know? They're going to shut our banks. They're going to shut your ability to access your money. And, okay, let's say you put it into gold coins, silver coins, stuff like that. Who's to say they're not going to say, well, you can't, I don't know. You got to have a chip to transact. Doesn't matter. You got coins. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just stop making big plans. We're done. Unless you're an atheist and you don't care, we're done. I've seen that guy. You don't want to stick around for nothing. Trust me. That's why I'm here. I didn't want a church. I didn't want to go to church, remember? If you knew me, I was not about church, okay? I'm about the Bible. I'm about God. And I even made a statement shortly before this exploded. I said, you know what? Where I am smart? I'm smart about God. And he reminded me that I had said that. He said, you're right. You are. You are. That's why I'm here. Okay, he writes, gays in purgatory, let's pray them in. Even Queen, that Queen dude, the Mercury, whatever, all them people, as long as they weren't a rapist, a pedo, really a Satanist, I'm pretty sure, what's his name? You know, that bit off the bat and all the thing, yeah, nope, Nope, he never embraced Jesus Christ, sorry. Away from me, I didn't know you, because did I ever hear him say Jesus Christ? I love Jesus? No, I'm sure you never did. So anyway, but other people, you know, we might be praying them in. So be thinking about people that you love and that are probably in purgatory because they didn't know the Father's way. But as long as they weren't a pedo, a rapist, or an evil murderer, they're okay. They'll come. They'll be brought out, okay? Okay. Walking in love. It better be obvious on you. You need to walk it. You need to bless whoever crosses your path. He does this because they're watching. He's gonna put the kibosh on y'all. You better knock it off. If you're like that, you better stop it. Jesus, here we go. Jesus says pastors that cheated, they're going to hell. They just are. That penis is deadly. That's why no men. He went, duh. Yeah, there's a microscope on all y'all. Female, male, he don't care. If you grabbed hold of that office of pastor, yeah. A microscope's on you. At all times, okay? Let's see, I need a drink. I think I've said this before. It had to do with my friend. Short bus people and your journey in life, okay? Now remember, short bus people are people that have a low vibration. They're not in the Word. They're not doing jack, okay? But if you're in the Word and you're doing Psalms and you're doing it an hour today, you're very high right now. You're a very high vibration, okay? So the moral of the story is you don't let a pig spirit hinder or touch your journey. It's a curse to a lion, okay? You don't do that, okay? Nope. Purgatory. This is him. All that is in the... Yeah, I was surprised. I was listening to Billy Graham, you know, one of them mean things, and he said there was no purgatory. I love him, but he didn't see it. It says somewhere, I know, in Bibles it says there is no purgatory, but that's a lie. It's deceiving. Whatever, for whatever reason, it was left out. I saw it, okay? It's there. Purgatory. All that is in there is nice people. They didn't know the Father's ways. We are going to pray them out. Like, oh yeah, God almighty. The black folk. Jeez. Y'all got these grannies. God almighty. It's a lot. I've seen numerous of them where they just cuss. They're real little and old and frail, and they got the foulest mouth on them. Honeys, that's not cute. That's chains, okay? It's not cute. Yeah. Anyways, you'll have to pray her in because she's going to go to purgatory is the moral of the story, okay? She's going to have a hiccup. She ain't going straight to heaven, okay? No. It's because of that nasty mouth on her. Y'all think it's cute. It's not cute, okay? It's disgusting in his eyes. And y'all better knock it off. I don't care if she is your granny. You need to convict her. You want her to have a struggle to get to heaven? Really? I don't think so. Trust me, she's going to have a problem. It ain't going to be good either. All right. I'm supposed to read Psalm 105. There's not too many psalm reading today. Yeah, I'm sure glad I never wanted to be a pastor. Far from it. Thank God. Now, Billy Graham, he's in heaven. That's a given. Good Lord, that is a given. Joyce Myers, he told me she's a given. She's going in. It's a duh. All right, let's see. I bet Jerry Savelle's there too because of his faith teaching. It was awesome. Okay, here we go. Psalm 105. I wrote, me and you. Give praise to the Lord, proclaim his name. Make known among the nations what he has done. Sing to him, sing praise to him. Tell of all his wonderful acts. Glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Look to the Lord. Let me hurry up. Look to the Lord and his strength. Seek his face always. Remember the wonders he's done, his miracles and the judgments he's pronounced. You, his servants, the descendants of Abraham, his chosen ones, the children of Jacob. He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth. He remembers his covenant forever, the promise he made for 1,000 generations, the covenant he made with Abraham, the oath he swore to Isaac. He confirmed it to Jacob as a decree, to Israel as an everlasting covenant. To you I will give the land of Canaan as the portion you will inherit. When they were but few in number, few indeed and strangers in it, they wandered from nation to nation, from one kingdom to another. He allowed no one to oppress them. For their sake he rebuked kings. Do not touch my anointed ones. Do my prophets no harm. He called down a famine on the land and destroyed all their supplies of food. And he sent a man before them, Joseph, sold as a slave. They bruised his feet with shackles. His neck was put in irons till what he foretold came to pass. Till the word of the Lord proved the truth. That's me. Prophetic dreams. The king sent and released him. The ruler of peoples set him free. He made him master of his household, ruler over all he possessed, to instruct his princes as he pleased, and teach his elders wisdom. Then Israel entered Egypt. Jacob resided as a foreigner in the land of Ham. The Lord made his people very fruitful. He made them too numerous for their foes, whose hearts he turned to hate his people, to conspire against his servants. Good Lord. He sent Moses his servant and Aaron whom he had chosen. They performed his signs among them, his wonders in the land of Ham. He sent darkness and made the land dark. For had they not rebelled against his words? He turned their waters into blood, causing their fish to die. Their land teemed with frogs, which went up into the bedrooms of their rulers. He spoke, and there came swarms of flies and gnats throughout their country. He turned their rain into hail, with lightning throughout their land. He struck down their vines and their fig trees, and shattered the trees of their country. He spoke, and locusts came, grasshoppers without number. They ate up every green thing in their land, ate up the produce of their soil. Then he struck down all the firstborn. Okay. I better stop. Okay. For he remembered his holy promise given to his servant Abraham. He brought out his people with rejoicing, his chosen ones with shouts of joy. He gave them the lands of the nations, and they fell heir to what others had toiled for, that they might keep his precepts and observe his law. Yeah, that's going to be all of us when we get to heaven, you know. Where shouts of joy is what we're going to do, and dance as well. All right, let me stop this one and go over the next one. Okay, be right back.